Hello students, in this video we will be seeing evaluation criteria for advanced encryption standard RC4 and key distribution from unit 2. We will see the origins of advanced encryption standards. AES was published by NIST, that is National Institute of Science, Standards and Technology in 2001. AES is a symmetric block cipher that is intended to replace DES as the approved standard for the wide range of applications. The AES cipher formed the latest generation of block ciphers, and now we see a significant increase in the block size from the old standard of 64 bits up to 128 bits and keys from 128 bits to 256 bits. Though DDES provides high secure and well understandable algorithm, it is very slow, especially the software was very slow compared to this new AES. US NIST issued a call for ciphers in 1997, and in the conference 15 proposed algorithms were accepted. Among that, during the second round of that conference, they have narrowed down to 5 algorithms. And finally, NIST completed its evaluation process and published a final standards, that is FIPS PUB 197, in November 2001. Rindahl proposed AES algorithm in the conference, and it was finally selected and it was published in the year October 2000. During that conference, AES has given some requirements which are listed here. The first requirement is the private key and symmetric block cipher. The second requirement is 128-bit data, 128 or 192 or 256-bit keys should be used. Since NIST already have DES, they are intended to develop a new algorithm which should be stronger and faster than the DDES, and that algorithm should have an active life of 20 to 30 years. It should also provide full specification and design details. That is, the author should provide full specification and design details with implementation in C as well as Java. And finally, NIST have released all submissions and unclassified analysis. The algorithm which was designed by Rindahl has satisfied these two criteria. The first criteria is initial criteria, which includes security, cost and algorithm implementation characteristics. As far as security concerned, AES was very tough in cryptanalysis. The cost in terms of computational efficiency was very less. The final criteria is based on general security and ease of software and hardware implementation attacks, and final criteria is flexibility. That is, it should be flexible to encrypt as well as decrypt, and the keying should be very flexible, and the other factors also should be very flexible. AES cipher was designed by Dr. John Damon and Dr. Vincent Rijman in Belgium. This algorithm has 128, 192, 256 bits combinations for keys and 128 bits for data. It is iterative rather than a feastal cipher. It processes data as a block of 4 columns of 4 bytes. It operates on entire data block in every round. It is designed to be resistant against known attacks, and the speed and code compactness on many CPUs was very high, and the design was very simple. The animation which shows here explains about the process of AES. Input is given as 2 phases, state and cipher key, to encrypt the process, and the key is again given as a separate thing. The encryption process is performing the encryption of the given plaintext block using 4 different transformations in the initial round, the 9 main rounds and the final round. The encryption process is shown here. There are totally 10 rounds where initially the state is given to the round block and it iterates again and again till the round 10. And finally it produces a ciphertext. So there are 4 types of transformations: subbytes, shift rows, mix columns and add round key. The input to the AES encryption and decryption algorithms is a single 128-bit block as a square matrix of bytes. This block is copied into the state array, which is modified at each stage of encryption or decryption. After the final stage, state is copied to an output. The key is expanded to 44, 52, 60 lots of 32-bit words with 4 used in each rounds. The data computation then consists of an add round key step, then 9, 11, 13 rounds with all 4 steps, and this key expansion works in the following steps. The first step is byte substitution, that is, one S box is used for every bytes. Second step is shift rows, which permutates bytes between the groups and columns. The third step is mix columns, that means subs using matrix multiply of groups. Fourth step is add round key, that is XOR state with key material. This can be viewed as an alternating XOR key and scramble data bytes operation. All of the steps are easily reversed and can be efficiently implemented using XORs and table lookups. Now we will discuss each of the 4 stages used in AES. The substitute bytes stage uses an SBox to perform a byte by byte substitution of the block. It uses one table of 16 x 16 bytes containing a permutation of all 256 8-bit values. Each byte of state is replaced by byte indexed by row, that is left 4 bits, and column right 4 bits. For example, the byte 95 is replaced by a byte in row 9 and column 5, which has the value, that is the equivalent value to 95 is 2A. SBox constructed using defined transformation of values. This diagram shows the byte substitution operates on each byte of state independently, with the input byte used to index a row or column in the table to retrieve the substituted values. Shift rows stage provides a simple permutation of data, whereas the other steps involves substitutions. Further, since the state is treated as a block of columns, this step provides diffusion of values between columns. It performs a circular rotate on each row of 0, 1, 2 and 3 places for respective rows. When decrypting, it performs a circular shift in the opposite direction of each row. This row shift moves an individual bytes from one column to the another, which is a linear distance of multiples of 4 bytes, and ensures that 4 bytes of one column are spread out of 4 different columns. The mix column stage is a substitution that makes use of arithmetic over GF of 2 power 8. Each byte of a column is mapped into a new value, that is a function of all 4 bytes in that column. It is designed as a matrix multiplication where each byte is treated as a polynomial in GF of 2 power 8. The inverse used for decryption involves different types of constants. The constants used are based on a linear code with maximum distance between code words. This gives a good mixing of bytes within each column. Combined with the shift rows step provide a good avalanche, so that within a few rounds all output bits depends on all input bits. Mixed columns can express each column as 4 equations to derive each new byte in a column. Decryption requires use of inverse matrix with larger coefficients, hence it is little harder to decrypt. They have an alternate characterization where each column is a 4-term polynomial with coefficients in GF of 2 power 8, and polynomials are multiplied modulo of x power 4 plus 1. Add round key stage is a simple bitwise XOR of the current block with a portion of the expanded key. Note, this is the only step which makes use of the key and obscures the result. Hence, it must be used as a start and end of each round, since otherwise could undo effect of other steps. But the other steps provide confusion, diffusion, non-linearity. That as you can look at the cipher as a series of XOR with the key, then scramble or permute block repeated. This is efficient and highly secure, it is believed. The output of state block is given as an input to the add round key, where the matrices are XORed together to form the output and given as a state. These transformations are applied to the state of 9 more rounds. The final round does not include the mixed columns transformation. AES key expansion. It takes 128-bit key and expands into an array of 44, 52, 60 or 32-bit words. Start by copying key into the first 4 words. Then loop creating the words that depend on the values in previous and 4 places back. In 3 or 4 cases, just XOR of these together is done. The first word in 4 has rotate plus SBox plus XOR round constant on previous before XOR 4th back. Rendell developers designed the expansion key algorithm to be resistant to known cryptanalytic attacks. It is designed to be simple to implement, but by using round constants break symmetrics and make it much harder to deduce other key bits if just some are known. The first block of AES expansion is shown here. It shows each group of 4 bytes in the key being assigned to the first 4 words. Then the calculation of next 4 words is based on the values of the previous 4 words, which is repeated enough times to create all the necessary subkey informations. The design criteria included knowing part key insufficient to find many more, invertible transformation, fast on wide range of CPUs, use round constants to break symmetry, diffuse key bits into round keys, enough nonlinear to hinder analysis, simplicity of description. AES decryption is not identical to encryption since steps done in reverse, but it can define an equivalent inverse cipher with steps as for encryption, but using inverse of each step and with a different key schedule. It works since the result is unchanged when swap byte substitution and shift rows, swap mix columns and add round key. AES can be implemented very efficiently on an 8-bit processor. AES round key is used as a byte-wise XOR operation. Shift rows is a simple byte shifting operation. Sub-bytes operates at a byte level and only requires a lookup of 256-byte table S. Mix columns can be implemented as bytes XOR and table lookups with the second 256-byte table X2. Second part, AES can also be very efficiently implemented on a 32-bit processor by rewriting the stage transformation to use 4 table lookups and 4 XORs per column of state. These tables can be computed in advance and it need only 4 KB to store the whole tables. The developers of Rendell believe that this compact, efficient implementation was probably one of the most important factors in the section of Rendell for AES. Fine, we have come to the end of this topic. We will see the next topic in the next video. Thank you.